Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Martinez. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Kill. Hey, turn 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Mike 5-4. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Here's Martinez. Going to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Harold Landry, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Martinez. Off play action. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam. Pick the edge. Go. Hey. Topper.
On 1st down, Slade. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Tighten up.
You draw forfeit.
Check 99.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Dalton looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's get off the field. Undercrush.
And to give this time to the tailback. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Man, that's trash.
Martinez now Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Martinez off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
All day, every day, any day.
Go 368.
24 is the mic. Get in the weight room.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton being chased out left. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Martinez on 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Martinez. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The Cowboys 17 yards out.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Wild, 64, weak.
We're beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Yes. Go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to throw. Martinez. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Harold Landry in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Right there, 54. 54.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Go!
Looking to throw. Martinez. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Here's Martinez. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You remember this? You remember this? Let's go, baby. 24.
Throwing again. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Passing, it's Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I got you. I got you. Right there, 54.
Back to throw. Martinez. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Oh, here we go.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Second down at the 33-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Yeah, 5-6. 2 by 2. Move.
Towards the mic.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
20.
Hey, high 7. Heads up.
So Dalton now. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Weber. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 38, Dalton. Complete. It's Johnson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Back to throw. Martinez. And he's going to go down again. Harold Landry, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Dalton, 1st and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dalton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. Slade. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Dalton. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Well, call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. This time they stay on the ground. Room here to run. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey. Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
X3, 218, chop it.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey. Watch the safety creep.
Check.
Protein spill. He's coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Heads up. Lady. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Here's Dalton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Right there. 54, right there.
2nd and 13. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Martinez. Operating from the gun. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, 17 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Lead! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing, Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Now, whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Strong run. Strong run. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
To throw again on second down. Dalton, incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Show it up. Show it up.
368.
Double up. He's coming. Double up. Slam. Slam. Slam.
There you go. 93, 52, 93.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Martinez now on first down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 15.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
24 is the mic. Watch the run.
Now Dalton. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here you go. 10.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to wind up. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now Martinez to throw on second down. He gets it to Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Martinez looking to throw on second down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Harold Landry in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Third and less than a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw. Martinez. And able to haul it in is Kittle. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch up. Go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I got one. I got one. Mike 50. Mike 54.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Escaping the pressure. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Harold Landry in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
Here you go, 368.
24 is the mic. Here we go, D. 24 is the mic. Let's go.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch 23. Watch 23.
And Dalton to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And my goodness, another interception. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches say.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they ran what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. On second down, it's Weber. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Here we go again. Check 37. Check 37.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Here's Martinez to throw on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they try the right side here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Martinez. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, watch the left, watch the left. It's going to be a long...
There you go, 368.
Kill.
It's do or die for Dalton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the...
Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
Back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend a day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Mid beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We see